Hey everybody! Today we are going to learn some tricks to remember the vocabulary word recycle. Recycle is an important concept for us to know and remember for our unit on the environment in science class. Now, let's take a quick look at a quick outline of what we will be covering today. First, we will learn the definition of the word recycle. Then, we will look at some examples and non-examples for this word. Last, we will learn a trick for remembering the definition of the word by breaking it down into its parts. Are you ready? Okay, first, let's take a look at the definition. Recycle means the process of turning waste or trash into new materials. Now, I know you all are probably familiar with recycling because you have recycling bins at your school and you see them everywhere, right? Well, this is one part of the definition, but we want you to think about it in even bigger terms. Are you ready? Remember, recycle has a bigger meaning than just throwing your recyclable trash into a recycling bin. That's one step in the process, but the real meaning of recycling happens after you throw your trash into the bin. Now, the first step is having a piece of trash and throwing it into those recycling bins that you see. That's a great thing you can do to help with recycling. But what happens next? Just like the trash, recycling is picked up and put into trucks like this. Then, instead of the landfill where the trash goes, recyclables are taken by the trucks to a factory. The recycling is sorted into different categories like paper, plastic, and aluminum. At the factory, the materials are taken and turned into something new. So you see, recycling has many more steps than just tossing your piece of paper into the special bin. Now we will look at some examples and non-examples for recycle. So, you have that piece of paper that you crumple up and throw away. When you put it into the recycling bin, it goes through the process and is turned into new cardboard at the factory. This is an example of recycling because it is turned into a new product. What about when you throw a metal can into your trash can? Yeah, that's right. This is not an example of recycling because the can is taken to the landfill and it doesn't get turned into anything new. Alright, so this one is a little bit more tricky. What if you finish drinking out of your plastic water bottle and then you go and fill it up at the water fountain again? Is this recycling? Nope. This is another non-example because this is reusing. While it's good that you are not throwing your plastic water bottle away, it's not the same as recycling because the plastic is not being turned into a new product here. It stays as the same old plastic water bottle. Now, we will learn a trick for remembering the definition of the word by breaking it down into its parts. Great job so far. You are about to become a real expert on the word recycle. What do you notice about this word? How would you remember this word by looking at it if you forget the definition? Well, it's really simple when you break it down into parts. Recycle has a root word and a prefix. The prefix is the first part of the word, re, and the root word is cycle. Let's explore what these two parts of the word mean. Let's think about the root word first, cycle. What's a cycle? Remember that a cycle is a series of events or a process. Sometimes, like in the water cycle that we learned about earlier this year, the events are repeated over and over again. Now, let's think about the prefix. You remember from our studies in reading class that the prefix re means again. So, if we put the prefix and the root word together, it means to repeat again a series of events. Huh! Doesn't that sound just like the process of recycling? Even those arrows on the recycling symbol make sense like that, right? The arrows going around in the circle show a cycle that goes over and over again. In conclusion, you've learned that recycle means the process of turning waste into new materials. When you look at the different parts of the word, you can remember this because this cycle repeats as materials are recycled and used over and over again in different forms. Thank you for watching this CAP. Great effort! And now you are a real expert on the word recycle, and you can go and tell your friends all about it. Remember, recycling is the process of turning waste into new materials.